Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. We're going to look at the ECMWF 42-day / 6 weeks okay for today's second video, and focusing on the UK and Ireland. For this one, we did a wider European outlook, of course, with the EC extended on a Tuesday. But on Fridays or Saturdays, we always just focus on the UK and Ireland too with this model, and I shall get on with it for you in a moment. Just say that the first video receipt was our 6 AM upload, and got weekend broadcast and 2014 day coming up for you as well. So please check out those videos that's going to be released on my channel today. If you'd like to, like, share, subscribe on the videos, and we thank you so very much everyone for doing that. Thank you so much to ECMWF.int for supplying the charts as well. I'm sorry everyone, it won't be a Gav video without a cough. Right, so we're going to start off with the week 1 mean shell pressure anomaly, taking us from the 10th to the 17th of October. So we find that we've got low pressure across northern Europe. High pressure is pulled out into the Atlantic, so it's also a bit unsettled and also a bit on the cool side as well, as we would be sending the jet stream on a northwest to southeast alignment. The 500 millibar height anomaly looks like that. Next week, with below average heights digging in to northern and west Europe, above average heights pulled out into the Atlantic. Again, we're on the cool side of the jet stream, doing something a little bit like that, and sending the wind direction, wind flow on a northwest southeast alignment once more. So the temperature anomaly next week actually looks a little bit below average for the UK and for Ireland. Wow, wow, wow. And the precipitation anomaly is a little bit on the wetter side as well, by the way. So rather cool and wet next week. How strange. Haven't had that for a little while, have we? Week 2 will be the 17th, 24th of October. Very little change. So again, we've got a mid-Atlantic ridge, below average heights through here. Maybe if anything a little bit more northerly with the jet stream and wind direction and whatnot. So that looks like, again, it could be quite cool. Maybe a little bit on the cold side and a bit showery. Who's having a birthday on the 17th? Who could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be? I wonder. 500 millibar height anomalies showing below average heights across northern and west Europe with high pressure pulled out into the Atlantic, a jet stream, and wind direction doing something a little bit like that. Looks cool, doesn't it? Temperature anomalies. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Look at that. Below average. Quite significantly so for the north. That's like 1 to 3 degrees below average for parts of Scotland and northern England. Generally below average by about 1 degree across most parts of Western Europe as well. It certainly looks cool, doesn't it, that? Precipitation-wise, so it's wetter than average just to our east, drier than average just to our west. So I think the further east you go, the more unsettled it's probably going to get. Right, week 3 will be the 24th to the 31st of October. Maybe going a little bit more westerly this week. Low pressure around Greenland, Iceland. High pressure sort of slipping southwards into the middle of the North Atlantic. So I reckon that will start to get wind and jet stream back into the west. Start to get wind direction back into the west. Let's have a look at the 500 millibar heights week 3. So they're showing below average heights, low pressure centered around Iceland and Greenland. High pressure in the Atlantic could still be a little bit of a northwest-southeast alignment to the jet stream and wind direction based on how the high pressure and the low pressure are connected with one another. But yeah, I think that's going a little bit more westerly. So we should see the temperature anomaly picking up here. Let's have a look. 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 And it's reverting back. I'm so sorry, everybody. Reverting back closer to average, nearer normal then. Or no signal. And precipitation-wise, very, very weak signals now, but we can see that it's a bit wetter to our north and a bit drier than average to our south. So I think we're going back to like the westerly there. Return of the westerlies. Right, week 4 will be the 31st of October, 7th of November. How's that one looking? Oh, looks a little bit I don't know. It looks a little bit mysterious, does it? Some high pressure in the North Atlantic. Otherwise, should have put in a question mark. I won't sing Marvin because it's not as bad enough to warrant that. It's not bad enough to warrant that because I've got some high pressure up there, some low pressure down there. But it is a little bit mysterious, that one. The 500 millibar height anomaly. Now, that was quite interesting. So we've got like a mid-Atlantic ridge. But it looks like it's going towards Greenland and extending out towards Svalbard. With some low pressure underneath it across Western Europe, perhaps. The temperature anomaly for week 4, again, shows no particular signal. But it's milder than like weeks 1 and 2. And the precipitation anomaly looks like that. Big driving average just around north. Otherwise, again, let's put in a question mark. Right, week 5 will be the 7th to the 14th of November. Oh, now that's quite interesting again. So high pressure is to west and northwest generally. Now, if we was to get a trough sinking in over here, we'll have a look at 500 millibar heights. If we get a trough there, then that might get wind into the north or the northeast there. Let's see what the 500 millibar heights are doing. They look like that. So again, we've got a mid-Atlantic ridge shoot there. It's extending back towards Greenland there. They've got a trough somewhere. According to that forecast, the only trough is going to be over there, which can't possibly be right. There's going to be more troughs of low pressure. I reckon one of those troughs would be through this area here. So I reckon that could line up like a north-northeasterly flow between the trough and the ridge. The temperature anomaly looks like it's dropping back there, beginning to go cooler than average to our north and around France. How interesting. And precipitation-wise, a little bit on the drier side now. Stronger signals to be rather drier than average. And then finally, week 6 is going to take us from the 14th to the 21st of November. This is how it looks. Here we go. So we get a ridge sitting just to our west. Otherwise, not much else to go on. 500 millibar height anomaly looks like that. High pressure generally sort of extending through from the Atlantic into Northern Europe, really. So very anti-cyclonic signal that. Temperature anomalies are about average, maybe a little bit above. Bear in mind, on a high pressure, we'll probably get frost and fog in November. And precipitation-wise, weak signal, but you will think it will be dry under that area of high pressure. Right, wow. What do you make of that? Everyone, quite interesting, wasn't it? Could we get some colder weather into November? I wonder. Yeah, so the next couple of weeks, I've got quite strong signal to be pretty cool, actually. Cool and unsettled across much of northern and western Europe for the next couple of weeks. So cool and wet conditions in towards the second half of October. Then probably going a little bit milder later on in the week as the weather tries to return to westerly. But it looks like that's relatively short-lived. By the time we get into November, we might be seeing signs of more sort of blocking in the North Atlantic, high pressure in the North Atlantic anyway, that might start to turn things colder again through the early part of November. So could we be setting up a cool autumn here after a very hot summer? Wouldn't it be a shocker to get a cold autumn? I don't know. I won't go that far yet. But certainly quite an interesting update day from the ECMWF. If you enjoyed the video, why wouldn't you have done? Then please say you like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. And we're going to be back later on with your care forecast and also a change of 14 day 2. So I shall see you for that. But for this one, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.